feet. Touchdown, Ravens!
What a play by the Ravens. It's going to result in a touchdown. Play action. Pass is caught. That's going to be a first down for the Ravens. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Ravens! And the crowd goes wild.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 9 of the Play Action Podcast. I'm your host, quarterback coach Garrett Stapleton.
I'm wide receivers coach Lamont Johnson.
I'm head football coach Jonathan Coddington. Good to be back with you guys. Excited for homecoming week this week as across the country, high school, college level, mid-October, a lot of homecomings. It's cool to obviously get alumni and fans back. A lot of extra added excitement around, campus. Campus is getting all decorated up. It's a good week for some football.
Yeah, this is like one of my favorite games of the year. This homecoming, you get to see some people, some former players, and then we do a big family and friends day. We got a little baby parade. So I'm excited to see some of the alumni and some of the guys' families come out and support. So, and it's fall time.
Yeah, I was just about to say, weather's starting to get a little cooler, man. Leaves starting to change colors, so campus will be beautiful for Saturday.
Yes, absolutely. I know, here at AU, definitely a lot of traditions, for homecoming. The luminaries in the valley are, awesome. Those get lit on, Friday night. A lot of people come around for the different events on Friday, Saturday morning. The street fair is really cool. My kids, enjoyed last year going out to. They had a lot of little kids events, things like that. Hopefully they have a lot of those again, this year as well too. But just a lot of buzz around campus, which I think is definitely the coolest part. So. Yeah. Well, so as we, kind of continue to, stick with, just our style of, kind of what we're doing, kind of recap a little bit, move a little bit, kind of forward, kind of with, what's ahead for us this year. We're kind of at a halfway point, in the season. What are the things that you guys have, enjoyed or, that have surprised you, that you've liked what you've seen in this first half of the season?
I'd say the one thing that surprised me, with us starting out with 4 non-conference games, just the fan support. I think we talked about it a couple episodes ago, how cool it is getting families driving out to Iowa, to New York, unexpected and expected for some guys. I think that's just great to have that support system, especially for those guys who are kind of farther away. Because, a lot of guys get homesick, especially young guys, they get homesick here at school, but it's really great when their family can come out. And then, we have a handful of new guys contributing, which is great to see. A handful of young guys getting in the end zone, getting in the game, making some plays, taking advantage of some opportunities. And, I feel like that's part of the reason why they came in. Part of the reasons that we recruited them is for those opportunities, and just they're finally getting to get the reward for all the work that they've been putting in. And now we're on the second half of the season where a lot of outside factors can kind of come into play, and it could affect some reps for some guys. So it's just about guys being ready to go, and young guys taking advantage of whatever opportunities that they get, however they get them.
Yeah. Speaking of, kind of the production, in your position group, specifically receivers, a couple of firsts this week. We've got, one of your receivers' first college touchdown. I think we had at least another guy with their first college catch. So, I don't know if you want to speak on some of your young guys.
We got Gabe McGuire. He'll be on the show a little bit later. He got his first college touchdown, and he's a local guy from Alexandria, which is 10, 15 minutes down the road. And again, his grandparents, his mother, and his girlfriend, his brother been out to all of our games. And that's just been great to see. And then Braden Anderson, he's a young buck all the way down from Texas. Played 8-man football down in Texas. And it's like, you didn't even know they had 8-man football down in big old Texas. So it's great to see his family coming up and supporting him. And those are just 2 young guys who came in and learned the playbook pretty well, have the ability, the toughness to figure things out and get out there and compete and take advantage of opportunities. And I was glad to see those guys do some good things. We got Adam Dunson, who transferred in. He had a good first game against Alfred State. Then he kind of got banged up a little bit, and he kind of got back in the groove on Saturday, and took advantage of some reps. Caught a lot of footballs in the second half, made some plays, kept the drive going for us. So I'm excited to see what these guys do this week, building onto the rest of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the wealth was spread a little bit in the past game. This past week, several guys with with a few catches, with some big time catches too. Those guys that you mentioned. We've got a couple of guys that have consistently been doing well, having another good games as well too. And I don't know exactly how many guys had catches, but we had a lot, and even Carson, one of our quarterbacks, had a catch as well too. So you gotta love that. You gotta love that. So hopefully we continue to see a lot of guys step up and just get involved, and just some of that momentum just continue to to take forward. Mm-hmm. For sure. What what else has been surprising for you, good for you? What have you liked, Coach Stape, in the first half of the year?
I would say I was going to kind of hit on the point earlier you made about the families. It's been awesome to just to see the support even on those 2 long road trips. And just to see our guys kind of not battle through adversity, but I mean, traveling that long and that far is not easy.
Every single week you talk about how you don't like those long road trips.
Man,
so,
I'm not a fan.
I might just leave you.
I get motion sickness in the car. Sorry, but
yes, I'm sure.
It's not fun. But just to see those guys, because it'd be easy to throw in the towel in those moments and just to kind of be lazy about it. But I think taking the trip, obviously the day before or getting there a couple days early helps a lot. And just seeing those guys be able to battle. Obviously, it didn't come out with the results we wanted, but it was really cool to see those guys battle.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, what about your quarterbacks, man?
Yeah.
Like your room's kind of on fire.
Yeah, quarterbacks played pretty well this week. Almost broke 300 yards this past weekend. Like you said, just seeing the ball get kind of spread around a lot this week, not just one guy getting all the receptions or just a couple guys. It was a lot of guys, like you said. Gabe getting his first touchdown, BA kind of getting involved, even freaking Carson's getting catches. So our little gadget player, little Taysom Hill. So yeah, it's been really cool to see those guys kind of develop week after week, and they've definitely been on the uphill. So.
Yeah, I'm wondering at what point when Carson's in the game at other positions, because now he was in it like a tight end, he's been in it receiver, he's been in it running back. Every time he steps on the field, everyone's like, oh, watch the double pass. It's like the dude can do more than just throw the ball. He can run the ball, he can catch the ball, he can do a lot of stuff.
He can
and
block,
so waiting for the day that people stop saying watch the double pass. That way we can actually run the double pass.
Yes.
I do want to run that, but we got to wait a little bit before that.
Next thing you know, he'll be playing tackle for us, center.
You never know. You never know. Personal protector, boss man, running down on kickoff, lots of stuff. So
he's everything.
All.
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and let's hop into the film room. Spend a little bit of time with freshman receiver Gabe McGuire, and get to hear from him on kind of some of the plays that he made this past week. All right, welcome to the film room. Today we've got on freshman Gabe McGuire from Alexandria Monroe. Gabe, welcome to the film room. Welcome to the podcast. So we're going to go through a couple of your clips from the game on Saturday, and just I guess before we do that, as we've gone through the year, you've seen kind of your role week after week, just get increased. Kind of tell us a little bit about just your first few weeks here, at AU, with the football team.
It's been pretty fun. Coaches helped me a lot. My teammates, especially Juju, he's helped me get through stuff pretty good.
Awesome. Well, cool. What through the recruiting process, what made you kind of fall in love with AU? What made you come here?
Coach Montgomery, he had long phone calls with me. No other coach really did that, so all you guys.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we definitely love that you're here, and man, excited that you've been making a lot of big plays. Kind of each and every week. Excited to see him continue to go. So let's take a look here, kind of our first clip. So this was actually a first play of a drive. So we came off the sidelines. We've got you down at the bottom of the screen in the slot. We bring you in motion, kind of behind the quarterback guy, and just kind of real simple play call, just swing screen, just kind of get the ball into the hands of our playmakers. You being one of those big playmakers for us, and so anytime that you've got any of these fast screen plays, what are kind of the things that go through your mind either before the play or as that ball gets in your hands?
I try to look and see where they are and then use my speed.
For sure. I come downhill, make a dude miss. I'll say, that's one of the things that I think you do really, really well is, it doesn't matter if there's a guy, right there, you seem to be able to stay on your feet, kind of use that stumble recover and then, be able to get out in the open field there. So, really good explosive play to kind of start our drive out there. We come back to, a couple more kind of screen passes to you later, which we'll get to. But, then, later on, in a drive, now we're down close to the red zone. And this is a big situation. We're in 4th and 3 here. And so, in those 4th downs, obviously there's that added urgency of, man, we got to pick this up. And, we were coming out of a timeout and, remember kind of saying to you, to our receiver on the other side, plus, the quarterback as well. So it's like, we got to make sure we just get these yards in these situations. And, on this one specifically, we kind of have a drop back pass called where you're up to the top of the screen in the slot. Okay, we're running some mid routes there. As that gets a little bit of pressure. Okay, whenever we get in these modes, okay, where now the quarterback starts to scramble, what is a receiver supposed to do here? Kind of take us through kind of your rules, your mind as the quarterback starts moving around.
I'm trying to get in his vision and get in the open field.
Yeah, for sure. So as he comes to the left, hey, we're kind of right there, and we were open for a while on this play, weren't we? Yeah. So kind of one of those where we got to stay open and ball a little bit high, go up for it. Like that's a tough catch with the guy coming at your back there. Do you sense those defensive backs as you're ready to make that catch?
Yeah, it kind of felt like somebody was coming behind because it kind of hurt. And then Duffy actually told me to take a picture, like a screenshot, of where the defenders are when you turn around. So that kind of helps too.
There we go. Catch. We tucked that ball right away. And, to kind of the average football fan, all right, a 4-yard gain on a hitch route, okay, no big deal, right? But in the context of this game, we're about to get into the red zone. It's a big 4th down. Like, those what seemingly are small things end up being really, really important. Well, let's pop in, to our last play here. So now we're, down in the 4th quarter. Again, we're down. Now we're further in the red zone. It's a 4th and 1 situation. It's a gotta have it, type deal. Defensively, they're kind of in their package where they're playing man coverage on everybody. They've got everybody at the line of scrimmage. We know they're bringing pressure. We've got, a screen to you up at the top. The quarterback's got the option as well too to kind of run a quarterback draw as well too if he doesn't like it. You step up and you see man coverage. What are your thoughts here?
I basically told BA to get somebody's way, and then I'll take care of the rest of it.
There we go, and that you did. So, Carson gets that ball out to you really quick, and, obviously great, composure by him of, you got several guys, just kind of right in your face. We get that throw out, and, from right here, okay, we get that catch, and it's one-on-one at that point in time, and, we got to make a guy miss, end up outrunning him, going through that last guy to the touchdown, and, first ever college touchdown, obviously exciting. Do you remember your first high school touchdown? No, okay, you had way too many of those, right? Well, hopefully you'll forget this one because you got a bunch of them. But man, first college touchdowns are always special. I think you'll probably remember this one. What were kind of the feelings after you scored?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. Who celebrated the most with you?
I'm not sure. I think BA came over and then Carson came over.
Yeah. All the teammates coming over, getting excited for you. All the family in the stands as well too. I know we're super pumped for you. Obviously it's been cool to see your family. Your family I think's traveled to almost every single game, which is cool just to have that support. But definitely excited about what you've been doing and really excited to see you continue to ball out more and more. All right, well, good, appreciate Gabe coming on and, talking a little bit. Excited to see how he continues to, make plays going forward. And each week I think he's, learned a little bit more and stepped into a little bit bigger of a role in the offense. And, excited to see how that continues, to go over time. So, as we kind of look at, move on to, this next week, obviously homecoming game, get to be back at home out of those first 5 games. 4 of them were on the road. The back half of this season, like we talked about, previously, we got a lot more home games, which is going to be nice to, just a little bit easier, obviously, on the travel, so Coach Dave doesn't go insane, on the bus. Be able to, just kind of have that same home game routine and play in front of the home crowd, which is definitely nice. I know in our first home game, our only lone home game so far, the stands were pretty full, which was cool. And homecoming, expect them to be, probably packed. That's normally like the biggest one. Then there's always senior day, where you got all the senior families that end up being a pretty packed one. But get to play in front of the home crowd, get some students there, out kind of cheering our guys on. And I know it'll be a good environment. Excited to kind of see what all those festivities bring to our game day experience.
Yeah, it's like I bet our guys enjoy being at home a lot too, because a lot they get to play in front of their friends and some of their families will still come. So that's great.
Yep. I think just homecoming in general, just an exciting time. I remember just like being back in high school, homecoming was like the biggest thing around in that week. So it's really cool to kind of see it carry over at the college level as well, and especially here. And I'm expecting a full crowd, so it'll be exciting.
And we get to have some visitors of our own. You know, we get to do our game day visits with us being at home, so that's always fun. It's a little bit challenging, you know, because you want to make sure they get a good experience when they come visit. But you know, just being able to get these guys up on campus, them taking the time out of their season to come hang out and get to hear from us, definitely goes a long way. And you know, get to talk to them a little bit after the game. Those who do stick around.
Yep.
So, looking forward to seeing those guys that will be coming out these next few home games.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, having people that you know, as you build the relationships in the recruiting process, you know, you almost get some extra fans, you know, kind of from those guys, which is cool. And you know, the number of guys that we've built a relationship with in this, you know, upcoming class through the recruiting process has been really cool to get to know them and their families. And to be honest, I feel like they're already kind of a part of the team. And I mean, last night actually we got our first official commit, which is really exciting. You know, I know that the ball is going to continue to roll, you know, with some more guys making their official decision, you know, here soon. But you know, it's an exciting time to become a part of, you know, the crew. And I think whether it's, you know, these recruits getting to see how our guys, you know, operate, get to see, you know, the style of football that we're continuing to build, you know, to try to play, to, you know, get to see campus, because like, man, like as you walk around campus, like it's beautiful. It's a great campus. The people that you meet, whether it's in the athletic department, outside of, you know, the athletics and more of the academics or student life, like the people you get to meet on campus are just phenomenal. And I think, you know, when you step here on campus and once you get to know us as a program, us as a university, you know, I think you realize how awesome a place this really is.
Yep. Share everybody down to the freaking janitor's awesome in this place. I think our janitor could be our mascot, straight up. James, shout out to James. Yep. Yeah, it's an unbelievable place. I remember coming here my first time. I got here on like that late Sunday night, and you took me and walked me around campus, and I was just blown away at this place. And that was in the middle of the winter time, and I mean, I think the fall time is just the absolute perfect time for this place. The leaves falling everywhere, especially by Helios, right? That's the correct name.
Yep.
Yep. And it's just unbelievable.
For sure.
We should have Rodney inflatable for homecoming this year, like one of those big floating ones.
Rodney would be pretty cool.
Fighting Rodney would be awesome.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yes. My kids love Rodney the Bird. That's they enjoy.
We need to get him at one of the
around.
games. I need to see Rodney. Yeah, shout out Rodney. When is he gonna come out, man?
He has to be there for homecoming.
Yeah, has to.
He has to be
It's
there for
time.
homecoming.
I'm calling him out. Where's Rodney at, man? We need Rodney.
Well, so as we kind of get the game plan set, you know, kind of here for Mount St. Joe this week, and you know, really each week we're trying to kind of build off of the things that went well. We're trying to correct the things that you know, maybe haven't gone well, or you know, just continue to grow and adapt and develop, you know, as a team. You know, through the course of a football season, you know, you've got to kind of keep your focus, you know, on kind of several different checkpoints. You got to keep your focus, you know, on what you're doing right here, right now, today, and that's got to be a little bit of what am I improving on in practice? What am I improving on in this meeting? What am I improving on, you know, by watching film, you know, today? Because you got to have some actionable things that you do today. But at the same time, you know, we're preparing, you know, for our weekly goal. And each week we have a different team that we're focused on, you know, whether it's, you know, really learning the scouting report well, seeing how their players play, what their base offense, defense, special team schemes are. How much can we learn about this team? And then what can we use, you know, kind of within our system to be able to attack that to the best of our ability, you know, using different guys in different ways. And so, you know, while, you know, we've got to have that laser focus on today, we've got to have that laser focus on this week and this opponent, and this week it's a really good opponent. You know, Mount St. Joe has done some really good things as a program. They've really built that thing up well, and I know that you know, it's fun to get to play against teams that have you know, really done things well, because you've got to be at your best, you know, in order to you know, compete and match up well. And so, you know, we're excited about that challenge, you know, but we've also got to be able to continue to keep the long-term perspective and the focus of, you know, the entire season and really beyond, as we just continue to build this program up to something that is going to last and something that's at a championship level for a really long time. And you know, it can be tough to have, you know, focuses on all of those things, but in reality, it's like all those things are aligning, because what we're doing today is going to affect this week. What we're doing this week is affecting the entire season. It's not just like, hey, we throw everything out, you know, it's a new week. It's you know, we're continuing to build every week. One week stacks on top of another. other as we get better and better, and ultimately, to our big goals of just developing as champions, in every area of life. That's what we've got to be able to do. And so, as we focus on, the here and now, as we focus on the long term and everything in between, I think that's just kind of where we've got to continue to fix our eyes on.
Yeah, I think that's what our guys are starting to understand, that just because the week is over doesn't mean we got to start from scratch. It's about having our foundation that we started off with fall camp, week 1, all the way up to now, and continue to stack bricks on there, good bricks. So like I said, they're starting to figure it out, and that's the joy of football. You put a lot into Monday through Friday, and then you go out on Saturday, and it either goes your way or it doesn't. But you got Sunday off, get your mind right, get your body right, come back in Monday, get ready to do it all over again. Hopefully we do some things differently so we get different results. And then for the guys who, doing things the same way, hopefully they're getting the results that they want. But if we're not, then it's okay to add in something new, especially if it's from a guy who has a good routine and getting the results, whether it's production on the field, production in the weight room, the body's just holding up a lot better than the next man. Figure out what you need to do differently within that week to help get you where you want to be at the end of the week and at the end of the season. So they're starting to figure it out.
Mm-hmm. And I think just like you said, just taking Monday through Friday just as serious as Saturday. And I think that's a big reality check for a lot of college football players, especially young guys coming in, thinking it's going to be a lot like high school, and it's just not the reality. You guys both know that, and just kind of treating it. I always tell people it's like your second job when you're in college, and just taking Monday through Friday just as serious as Saturday is very important. I think our guys, like you said, are starting to learn that and starting to develop to that. So
yeah, it was like, I talked with the receivers yesterday after practice, and it's like, throughout everything that we want to develop in and get better in, find one thing each day. Yep. Make a list of everything, and then prioritize that list.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel like it needs to get better at? And if you need help prioritizing that, come talk to me. Come talk to your coach.
Yep.
To see what needs to be important on my list of development, and I'll see if they did.
Yeah.
I'll see if they did make the list. But that's where it starts, and then from there, that's just coming out each practice, having the intention to get better at that one thing that you set your mind on, because it's kind of like you make a long list to do a chore, and it's like, where do I start? Or
yep.
You see that big list, but one thing at a time, one bite at a time, and you'll slowly start to get better and develop into what it is and who you want to be.
Yep. And I was kind of talking with Zach last night about it, just kind of taking it day by day, and especially play by play. And just not looking too far down the road, not looking like too far down the drive, just taking it one play at a time and taking it one day at a time. And I think that's the mentality that we're starting to develop, and we're getting there. And I think these young guys are coming along really well with that. So,
as we prep for homecoming game this weekend, you guys got any good homecoming memories from either playing days or coaching days? A good great story, great game that you enjoyed?
Thinking right now.
I got one off the top of my head. In high school, the year before I became the starter, we were 0-9, and so the next year everyone scheduled us for homecoming, and I think we're scheduled for 3 or 4 homecomings, and ended up going undefeated on all their homecomings.
Let's go.
Spoiled all the homecomings. So that was really cool, and I posted something on Instagram after where I was petty, and I tagged the schools don't schedule us for homecoming next year. I was so stupid, but I ended up deleting the post. But
good call.
That was probably my favorite homecoming memory.
I can't think of no college. Besides just the family coming up and just playing in front of the home crowd on those days. We'll do fireworks at the end of our game. We had one night game. So that was pretty cool. But my favorite homecoming memory had to be from high school too.
Mm-hmm.
It was my junior year. Played against Canton, and Canton they run a wing T offense, and they run it well. And they have a bunch of stud athletes. And it was Seth's. It was my senior year, Seth's junior year. Sorry, and we were in a close game, and I got my first touchdown that year, and my coaches still talk about it like this is the best catch in Churchill history. I don't believe it, but it was a nice catch though.
Was it as good as PY's catch on the sideline last week?
Oh yeah.
Better?
It was better.
Let's put them side by side and see who really made that.
Yeah, it was better, but it was a smash concept. I was on the corner route at the slot, and then my boy Seth threw it to the moon in the back of the end zone, and I went up and got it, and I came down and I landed on the DB's shoulder and fell in the back of the end zone, and I get up and they calling me Minitron. You know, you got Megatron, Calvin Johnson, and the next day I come to practice, they calling me Minitron. So it was pretty dope. And then that gave us the tie up, and then we went to half, and then my boy Melo Brown, he came out in the third quarter, put the dagger in it, and got us the win on like a 60-yard run. So that homecoming was dope. It was my senior year, and I remember at the dance, me and my boy Connor DeWire, he ended up playing baseball at Saginaw Valley. He was one of our team captains that year, and we were just on the dance floor like, bro, I can't believe we just won. We beat Canton. And it was like we never beat them. And then from there, like we kind of started we beat Canton like 2 or 3 years in a row. So it was great. It was fun. And I remember that week of practice. It was a hard week of practice. We went half line to help with the wing tee to kind of help see things for our linebackers and our D line, just kind of get a feel of the meshing and the timing of things. And we brought it. So that my senior year homecoming will definitely be a special moment, overall in my football career.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
As I said, their wing tee offense was freaking insane. They played Grand Blanc when I was still in middle school. When I went to that game, I just watched this running back run for like 400 yards. I was like,
yeah.
Quarterback butt was dang near on the ground. He was taking the snap solo. I was like, who in the heck is this team? I thought it was from Canton, Ohio. I was in middle school. I didn't know Canton was a Michigan dude, but
no, yeah, they had some freaks come through that program.
Oh yeah,
involved in that offense, man. So that was a big game. Though they were like the top team.
Yeah, oh for sure. And I was thinking about your firework point the whole time, and I was just like, could you imagine them doing fireworks at Concordia after one of our games? Those freaking the people around like those homes would have thrown a fit, dude. We couldn't even play music there. So.
What about you? You got a favorite homecoming memory?
One that stands out. Honestly, like last year's homecoming game, here was one of our better games that our guys played, and I think our guys came out with a ton of energy, and so that was really cool to see them feed off of the energy that was around them, and I think we'll see something very similar this year as well too. Last year we started out the game on fire, started out with the flea flicker explosive play. So I'm going to say, Joe, watch out for that flea flicker on the first play of the game here. It's a good way to start off homecoming last year. Let's start it out this year, as well too with that. But I think that was a good one. Excited to hopefully let's make this one the best memory.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, appreciate you guys being with us. Excited to continue to go through our season.
Thank you.
I'd make a mean flex bone quarterback.
Why?
Your emergency QB.
Aiden says, I am.
I
should be
the me understanding.
True. Because I got the style and the flavor and the swag. I got a little bit of a cannon on me, so I think I fit all the criteria, really. Yeah.
I have a background of playing quarterback when I was like 4 years old. Pretty athletic for my size. I can move a little bit, and I got a good arm. Just ask anyone, All right, bro. I wasn't talking to you, Max.
Shut up! You shut up!
Well, I should be the emergency quarterback because I have the savvy and I don't know. I'm just a stud.
You already know why. I'm tall, I can scramble, I can see over the line.
I'm shifty and nobody can tackle me. Stand on the line. I'm left-handed, and I got that Mike Vick.
Because I'm like Lamar Jackson. I'm from Texas.
What is that happening?
What?
I'm a real dot.
Real talk. Oh, I do this for real, bro. I'm telling you.
I make the smart plays.
I'm better than Patrick
Check downs.
Mahomes.
Hey, man. I can't throw the ball about 4th and 1, bro. I'm going to get that.
Who should be our emergency quarterback?
It's not who.
Why should
be our emergency
quarterback?
Because I got.
Emergency quarterback has to be.
Definitely.
I thought he was behind me. I'm gonna say my boy Ron Raggis on the D line. They ain't gonna expect nothing.
I ain't gonna lie, I should be emergency quarterback because, you know, I'm like a dual threat for real. And, like, I really got, like, a 90-yard bomb on me. So, like,
Boy Shams.
Yeah.
Matt Shams.
Definitely me. I played it.
Yes.
Pop Warner. Play quarterback. I play linebacker now. Play receiver. I'm a dual threat. In high school, we ran the Wildcat. I was a Wildcat, so.
Side throw dots. Okay.
Call me Lamar Jackson Jr., baby.
Why
Come on.
should you be our emergency QB?
It's 3 things certain in life. Life, death, and Holy is going to dot that defense up. Don't play with it.
Why you lying?
I'll just say this. If I was about $180, I would be playing quarterback right now. I'm just fast, so I can't do it. And also, watch my rugby highlights. I can do it.
I'm like Ben Roethlisberger. I throw dots. Down, bro. I'm 290. No, he's not bringing me down if I'm not QB. That's all I'm saying.
Read options.
Kyler Murray.
Me, I literally do it all. I need to get on the offensive side. I need to.
Wait.
I can dot people up.
Coach, stay.
Drop back. 60. He going deep.
Oh no.
Dot.
Hi, Geiger.
Really? Boo 12. Boo 12. Hi.